Well, hey, good afternoon. This is Brett Douglas with your favorite landscape company, Ironclad Landscape Management. Obviously, Sean, my number one helper, and myself are out here, and Sean's woman, and we are out here. I apologize, I'm so bad with names. Brandy, I think. We're so bad with names. But it's hot out here, and we're out here working. But if you guys remember, this is a job that we've done out here where we did all the trees, if you see, are all completely limbed up. Did a whole bunch of canopying of trees, dropping down shrubs, basically pruning everything to make it nice. And now we're getting to the exciting phase of the landscape install. We've got 25 yards of cypress mulch sitting out here right now. A lot of debris that'll be carried out every night. We clean up our job site, but that is, the landscape weed barrier fabric. And I wanted to mention something real quick, guys. If you notice, our trucks are nice and clean. They're logoed, they're numbered. Professionalism, man, all you have is your reputation and how you do things. Try to keep your promises and do what needs to be done. Anyway, you see we're working on this pile here. Hey, I do want to mention something for you guys who are buying new equipment all the time. Lowe's came out with a new pitchfork, not like a farmer pitchfork, but they call it a mulch fork. Absolutely fabulous, man. That's a really nice tool right there. We also buy like hybrid shovels. That's got a digging tip on it, kind of like a pony shovel, and yet it's a spade. Anyway, come on in. Let me show you our project. Excuse me, it's been a hot day already. But let me take you in here and show you what we're doing. Basically, we're starting the mulch of some of the beds that we're gonna have in here. And then basically, what we're doing is we're rehabbing all of the irrigation. So what we had is irrigation that was kind of up in the air. We probably had about a 4-inch lift on all the irrigation, so the heads were way exposed. Unfortunately, over the years, they were mowing over them and destroyed them all. So basically, we're reworking all the irrigation. And I wanted to kind of show you what we're doing. You can see this. This was a system designed by the homeowner. Actually, here's one that's in play right now. And let me show you what it did. This guy built an awesome irrigation system. He's got the right pressure. He actually has 1-inch pipe all the way to every single head. And if you notice, we have a 1804 irrigation rainbird head. We're sitting on probably a 3-inch riser, Schedule 80 poly riser on a 1-inch neck down to 1/2 inch. So your pressure is exact at every single head. Probably did the engineering drawing and stuck with it. So how we're retrofitting them, if you see this, obviously if you ride a lawnmower over that and you hit that, it's gonna break at its weakest point. So obviously it's gonna shear off at the coupler right there. So it's not gonna be able to withstand a direct hit from a lawnmower. However, if you come over here, what we've done is we use an extractor. We take out the poly nipple that's on the 1-inch T, the 1-inch riser there that goes from a 1-inch to a 1/2 inch. We back out the riser that's on there, and then we're screwing in a 1/2 inch street L, which if you notice that couple it down below grade, we're still gonna be about 3 inches below grade. Then we're running on what we call poly pipe. I don't know what you guys call it, flex pipe, poly pipe, flex pipe, I guess. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna run over here. We're gonna cut this off. Then we go into a new street L on the 1804 head, put it back to grade. We can actually adjust it up and down as we need off the poly, and then it can totally withstand. Let me give you an example. Get my old butt down here. So now you see how you have flexibility, and what happens is, say we want to put it right here, you can put it over here, you can do all kinds of funky designs with it, you can bring it back around, but basically you set the head in the ground and it can withstand being hit by a lawnmower. So that is the absolute correct way to do irrigation right there. So you can see that we've now had these flexies. So we're going through the system. We're actually retrofitting all of the heads to look like that. And then, hey, here's my wonderful crew. You guys doing okay today? It's a little hot out here. Getting a lot of mulch done? All right. Hey, how are you doing? Out working hard. On the stones, guys, we're gonna actually lift all of those 9 out of there, and we're gonna regrade this on all 3 platforms, just make it a little more level. We'll work with that in a minute. So don't worry about that real quick. Just hold off on that, we'll work around that. So what we're gonna do in here, if you remember, is that we've taken all these bed spaces here and we're gonna actually shrink the beds down. She's gonna use a lot more potted plants. We're looking less maintenance. Hey, you got a what? Oh, no. Oh, give me a hard time. All right, so they did a good job over here on this one bed that we talked about. They've actually got it repinned, fabricked, remulched. So our gardenias, our crepe myrtle's looking happy, the Bosch and pink crepe myrtle. We did get a huge case of sunburn on our Confederate jasmine, which is to be expected when you cut it back 3 or 4 feet. Obviously all that new growth will die off, or all the sunburn damage will come off, and then the new growth will work. So we have nothing to fear with that. And then wanted to show you that everything is now going to be nice and mulched. And then our sod is going to basically come straight through in a U pattern. We're going to come up here. It's nice and easy to mow for her, in and out. And then now we've created this huge area back here so she can put her potted plants, and she has a lot more convenience. Once again, a camphor tree that we trimmed up. Scott and I have put in a really nice little 2-inch poly barrier there so we can butt the sod right up against it, which is absolutely nice. We have irrigation heads here. I actually have some points over here that I can come back and I can actually put in drip lines, emitters, whatever I want to do back here. So kind of the sky's the limit. Remember we talked about her having a little nursery and a potting area? She has her above ground organic planters here, and we're actually going to utilize this space over here, and I'm bringing in a potting table for her right here. And then you can see back here on the back side, we're working on getting all of this bed laid in and mulched right here. It's going to look really nice. So overall, the project is starting to take shape. Tomorrow will be sod day. We're coming in with some Bahia. I believe we have some Argentine Pensacola blend. We're actually working on these, laying out the bed lines now. We're going to still continue to drop a few heads, regrade this level out here for the sod. But now you can see we have a nice crisp area over here where basically she has an entrance, focal point to her shed, and then everything else will come back off of here, and it will be a nice clean area. We've got some potted plants, and she can use these and put them in the bed lines like she's already utilizing, and we'll get some irrigation coverage for that. So once again, this is Brett Douglas with the Ironclad Landscape Management crew. We're going to go ahead and sign off for right now, get back to doing what we're doing, and tomorrow we'll show you the sod in here and a finished product. And anyway, God loves you, so do I. We'll catch you next episode. All right, bye.